Hi, Warrior, it's Travis here, and welcome back to our adventures with the Hardcore Warrior.
Hi.
Today, we are back in Undercity, guys. I need to talk to Tawny Grisette here, the mushroom vendor.
I haven't got all
I wish I
day.
found her last episode. And there we go, we got ourselves another 57 mushrooms. And now we will be taking a flight over to Lights Hope Chapel.
Hi. How may I be of service? Remember.
We have a few quests still to do. We have the carry-on meat to get. Need 6 more of those, and then we'll be slaying some plague hounds and plague bats. All that stuff. Hopefully we survive today, guys. We will be hitting level 58. Pretty damn close. And I just finished watching the UFC. I think it was like 319 or something like that event. And I watched the fight between DDP and Hamzat Chimaev. Man, he's quite the fighter, that Hamzat guy. He can wrestle. The stats were kind of insane. The amount of strikes he got was 529 strikes. It was a 5-round fight for the championship. Hamzat is undefeated, and he stayed undefeated. And he just out-wrestled the guy for 4 rounds, I would say. He started to gas out in the 5th round. You could kind of tell DDP was... that was his best round, was the last one. But it's too bad that they don't have more rounds, because I think he could have maybe found a way to win if he had a little bit more time. But he just got controlled for 4 rounds, and you know, Hamzat stacked the points by just getting like small little strikes and takedowns, which were pretty hard to do. He got over 12 takedowns. But yeah, he's an amazing fighter. Kind of reminds me of, you know, the Habib versus Conor McGregor fight. Like Habib just dominated Conor, and just Conor couldn't do nothing. There was no standing up at all. It was just wrestling the whole time, and just getting completely smothered for 4 rounds. The refs tried to make it a little bit more entertaining, because the fans hate that stuff. So they did split him up a few times, but Hamzat would just take him down again. So it is what it is. I understand why the fans hate that. They want to see like a brawl, but it's mixed martial arts, not boxing, right? That's why I like boxing a little bit more. But it is interesting to see like how skilled these guys are at wrestling, and how dominant of a fighting style wrestling is. It's clearly probably the most important fighting style, I would say, in UFC. If you're a good wrestler, you're hard to beat. Like, you can just control a guy for 4 rounds, and if you win 3 out of 5 rounds in a championship fight, you win. And most fights are 3 rounds, right? So if you just win 2 rounds and then you just kind of defend yourself in the 3rd round, then you'll most likely win a lot. It's you're pretty hard to beat. George St. Pierre was like that as well. Yeah, he'll be a tough guy to beat in that division, unless they find like a person who can out-wrestle him. Then he'll probably dominate that division for a long time. And it's a smart way to fight, because you don't get hit that much, right? Which means you can have a longer career. Hopefully, right? But yeah, getting 529 strikes on the ground. So what he was doing was he was getting DDP in a crucifix, I believe it's called. So he locks his legs around one arm, and then he has his arm on another arm controlling DDP's other arm, and then he's just hitting him, trying to like hit him with elbows and hammer fists with his free arm, or trying to like break free and try to get him out or something like that. He just kept doing that over and over again, and DDP just didn't have an answer for it. But yeah, I don't think DDP... Like, the only way guy like DDP can beat a guy like Hamzat is if he gets like a knockout punch, or he finds an opening and takes it with a submission. You have to be pretty damn crafty to beat Hamzat, because Hamzat's going to control most of the fight, if not the entire fight. He literally had like... in the first, I think he had like over like 13 minutes or 14 minutes of control in the first 3 rounds. Each round is 5 minutes. Like that's how fast he was just taking him down. It wasn't hard for him at all to get control. Yeah, I didn't know Hamzat was that good. So these noxious plague bats, slowing poison 25%. Increased attack time, and then movement speed's reduced by quite a bit, so another terrible debuff to get. You also have to watch out for these worm, this scar in the ground here. You can fall into that and die, so I want to avoid that as well. But it was a good card. I watched the few fights before that. Two of them ended with spinning back elbows, knockouts. Like a guy just spun with his elbow and knocked it. 2 people did that. That's so rare. I've never seen that before in my life. A guy get knocked out with a spinning elbow. Elbows are pretty damn sharp too, and they're hard, so I'm not surprised it knocks somebody out, but like landing that is like insane. There's got to be a little bit of luck to that, because you don't really know where your elbow's going. You're kind of just sort of timing it, I guess, and then hoping it hits the guy in the head, or the guy doesn't like move his head. But yeah, 2 people got knocked out that way. Pretty good fight card if you're a fan of the UFC. I think some people were upset with the final fight because it was just it was one-sided for the most part, but you got to appreciate when someone's like that good at wrestling. But yeah, I don't know who's going to beat him. They have to be good. They have to be a good wrestler. I think anybody who's a striker, that's the problem. If you're a person who strikes but you can't handle a guy who's a good wrestler, it's over, because you're never going to get a chance to strike, because you're just going to be on the ground the whole time. And they're wearing you out on the ground too. Like when you got somebody like putting their weight on top of you and you're trying to get out, that's hectic. It's very tiring. I'm surprised like that DDP guy lasted that long. Like he's got stamina, man. He just needs to get a little bit better at wrestling and avoid getting put into a crucifix. He'll get a rematch, I think. Usually they give guys rematches. He deserves one, I think. If you don't get knocked out, or I think everybody deserves a rematch as a champion, even if they get knocked out. Should always be like a second fight. And then say DDP wins, there should be a third, right? Unless another, you know, contender comes up. I think we need to watch out here. Let's get a food buff. Yeah, these poisons are brutal. Try to pull them away. There we go. Slowing poison is up. There's not much running away. What the heck is going on here? Oh. Watch out now. More XP do we need? A couple 4,000 XP. We will be level 58. 2 more levels, guys. The thing I love about the new retail raids, too, I've been watching the Maniforge Omega, just a little bit of it. I love how they've added the flying, like the new dynamic flying, into the raids. It's so awesome. There's parts in the raid where you have to, like, pretty much go through, like, a flying event, and you have to dodge mechanics while you're flying. And then you have to, like, land and then fight like a mini boss. It's pretty cool. Adds like a new element to raiding. And that was added in Dragonflight. I think, yeah, the dynamic flying was a success too. And Blizzard's been adding good stuff, man, to retail. Like, I think retail is a little underrated. I haven't played in a while, so I don't really know, but I heard delves are a success, like the solo dungeon content, and also, you know, dynamic flying is pretty damn cool. And it's added, like, you know, a new mechanic to the raids. Let's get rid of these bats. Gargoyles are dangerous. Behind us? No. Oh, damn it. Why did I eat? I always do that. Can't eat until the putrid pile's gone. But we can use a bandage. Right? No, you can't. The tick, the poison tick. It's by far one of the worst mobs to run into. This is why this zone is kind of... It's not as good as Winter Spring. I think Winter Spring is probably the best, like, endgame zone to be in. Mainly because you can get the Songflower buff in Felwood and then go. But you don't have, like, debuff, like, crappy debuffs that you get from the Worm and then also the Gargoyle. Main thing you have to worry about is the 3 Winterfall Furbolgs walking up and down the road. Run into them, that's a pretty tough fight depending on what level you are. There we go. Infected wound. Physical damage increased by 13. And physical damage taken increased. There we go. Do we see anybody else out here? We are on layer 2, though. I don't know why they... I wonder if they could get rid of layers in hardcore. If there's, like... They sort of just... They stopped... Well, they used to need to have... They had, like, over 8 to 10 layers at one point. Full people. When, the server was pretty new. But it seems like what they do is once the hype is over, they just leave it at 3. I think it should be left at 2. Right? But maybe they would know, right? There we go, level 58. Let's get another talent here. We'll probably get another rank of improved battle shout. Increases the melee attack power. Bonus of your battle shout by 15% now. Take that. Scarlet Cleric. Oh, what the heck? Oh, yeah, we're getting a little too close. I think we're kind of safe here, but don't want to get too close to that door. Here we go, level 58. So what happened there? We hit level 58. Probably took us like 9 hours to level it there. Gained 1 talent point. Strength went up by 2. Agility by 1. Stamina by 2. Intellect by 1. Spirit by 1. Let's see our slash blade. We're at 7 days, 23 hours, 12 minutes. So we're hitting 8 days here. I think we might even hit 9. Depending on how long it takes us to get these final 2 levels. We need 202,000 XP. Scarlet Enchanter. Where the heck's that? They up there? It's freaking me out, man. They gotta be close. They have to be up there, I would assume. There's another ghoul running around here. Each mob's giving us around 500 XP per kill. A little bit more than that. We need like 400, around 400 kills to level up. It's probably like we'll just say 1,000 kills to 60 now. Probably less than that. Probably 800. Maybe 900. We're gonna finish a few quests too, so it's probably even. Where are these enchanters? They have to be like over the wall here. Like, oh, there they are. They're up there. I don't think they come down this way though. We should be fine to fight these bats. Like, automatically. And then there's this guy. I gotta watch out for him. Are we going in his direction? Maybe we should go this way. I gotta mark him. You're like moving into his line there. But man, yeah, we are slow. This poison's brutal. And we can get we can train here, guys. We can get Thunderclap rank 6, Under Armor 5, and Pummel 2. Just want to finish off this guy. Don't want him creeping up on us. We can pretty much level anywhere now at this level. Next zone we should probably go to once we're done the quest here is probably Burning Steps for a little bit. Pick up Tablet of 7 maybe, or Birdling Essence. I think there's like some quests also here. In Kargath that we can pick up. That leads us to the burning steps. Rise of the Machines, I think that's one of them. Yeah, pretty damn close. We're almost there. Still a lot of hours though. I don't know how many mobs I can kill in an hour. That's the best way of doing this. You just kill mobs instead of just going out of your way to do quests. Quests help though. It's nice getting, a quest done while we're doing it. while we're farming a bit here. And I've decided to go fire on the mage. That'll probably be coming out right after this episode, guys. We got rank 12 fireball from AQ20. So I decided, you know what? Instead of selling it and making a little bit of gold, we'll use it and just go fire. It's a much better spec than the frost spec. It's more fun, that's for sure. You're a little bit of a glass cannon. You don't have as many defensive cooldowns as frost. You know, you don't have ice block and the ice armor. I forget what it's called. Use it all the time. But you're a glass cannon, but you do a lot of damage. And if you have other fire mages in your group, you can kind of help each other get scorch stacks up. Gotta watch out where we go here. Yeah, there's no running if you get this debuff. Could use a poison and try to run, or poison then swiftness pod. If we're fast enough, we can get away. Use the jungle remedy, then swiftness pod away. See the quests here. Yeah, we have the glyphed oaken branch to bring back to Thunderbluff. Still have a few quests to do back in Silithus too. That'd be a good idea. So we need 6 grub meat. The dogs, we just need 5 more frenzy plague downs for demon dogs. And then these other noxious ones. This is for Nathanos. It's actually pretty close to done here. I was debating on taking the improved execute talent instead. Uses the rage cost of your execute by 3 more rage. But I decided to go with the extra 5% more battle shout. That got us up to 220. We were at 209 before. So it's either 11 attack power constantly, or 3 less for execute. I think the attack power is the way to go. We took a more defensive route with our Fury on the Fury side with improved demo. And we want, and more AoE as well, because we wanted to get improved cleave. And then we also have piercing Owl if we want to run away and reduce target's movement speed by 50%. We're back to Lights Oak Chapel. Trying to avoid these cars here. You run into these slimes down there. Imagine falling down there and I have to fight a slime. Probably wouldn't die to that fall, like how far that fall is, but there's some out here where it's pretty deep, and you'll get pretty much go down to like 20% health. And there's usually a slime just sitting there waiting for you. Yeah, if I play it smart, we'll get there. I don't know how much XP we farmed today. Probably, I think we probably get like 20k an episode. Around there. 20k XP. Which means we slay around like 40 mobs. So it'll take us a while. Look at all the bats just hanging out with each other here. I have to range pull these guys. There's also one down here. This one looks a little bit safer to fight. There's one up top. There's one over here. You gotta watch out when they do that, like, start flying, you know, pretty damn fast. I think we're safe here somewhat. So watch out using Demo Shout around these carry-on grubs as well. Because if we do Demo Shout and they get the debuff, they'll start attacking us. Yeah, they don't really hit us that hard when we get Demo Shout up. Reduces their attack power by 202. It's quite a bit. Makes me feel like we could probably deal with 2. We got 3 more to go. And we just need, I think, 5 more of these bats. No, 10 monstrous plague bats. So that'll be maybe a tougher fight. I hope they don't have the slow poison. Yeah, we're close. I'm kind of surprised we got this far. I was dying quite a bit. We died twice when the server started. 2 warriors. But I guess we locked in on this one. But we can die pretty damn easily. All it takes is 1 bad pull, and that's the end of your character. I will admit, I am looking forward to getting him to 60. It'd be nice to get into some dungeons again. I mean, I'm itching to do a little bit of dungeon farming and getting some loot. We haven't been getting many loot upgrades with these quests. You know. The dungeons are more engaging for me. So I'm kind of happy I chose to do it. I chose to switch from doing solo self-found to just being self-found. That journey on the road was a long one. But it feels like the rogues just do, I don't know, more damage, man. Like, I was annihilating mobs at this level. Like, we're doing alright. This bat's coming over to say hi. We can't really use Demo Shout here because of these grubs that are a little too close. I'm not going to risk it. Can battle shout though. Alright, it's the end of the plague bats, guys. We got the plague hounds completed, the plague bats. Now we just need worms. Should we just do worm meat now? I think that might be a good idea. We just get this worm meat out of the way. Get that crappy debuff. It's quite the journey, though, to go see Tyrion. Pretty big zone, EPL. It's massive, actually. There we go, we got the maggot slime debuff. Reduces our attack power by 50. When you put demo shut on these grubs, they hit us for pretty much nothing. Makes you want to group a few of them up and just start, like, going into, you know, berserker stance and just whirlwind them down. For that duel there. Any more grubs around here? Maybe we should, like, try to make our way back. Might be a good idea. And then on our way, it'd be nice to turn this quest in. There's Corrin's Crossing. Try to go around. Just pulled that bat. Imagine these guys gripped the stitched horrors. That'd be so badass. Like they actually gripped you in. Like Pudge in Dota 2. I think they have stitches and hots. Pretty sure. They do. But he can grip. The guy who walks around in Duskwood, I think he's in Heroes of the Storm. Like 3 more meat. To watch out for this elite bat. This guy scared the crap out of me. Why is he running up behind me like that? He's trying to scare. He's trying to scare me. He's got a lot of gold. That guy. Should get out of here. Maybe he's pulling something. He's got his epic mount. He's riding pretty fast. Stay out of his way. Kind of safe here. Creeping up to us over here. Can we sneak by? It's nice being 58. Aggro radius is pretty good here. Whoa, what the heck was that? Can get us off our mount? Let's see. Hoping he runs away from us. They just keep chasing you, eh? There's another one of those bloody heroes. Looks like they're in the Eastern Plaguelands as well. Alright, we're on the safer side of the Plaguelands. Hopefully we can find the last 3 slabs of that grub meat Still, we're gonna end up going back though and finishing this off eventually. It's only 15 mobs though. 5 dogs and 10 bats. Not too bad. Oh, look who it is. Dirty gargoyle. Flying around. Just keep kiting away. No meat from that guy. Might as well just fight this guy, I guess, right? Or we can just avoid him. We're kind of safe here. This dog I'm kind of worried about. Let's pull this grub over here. Go 2 more. Should be a few next to his house. We'll fight this one. Whoa. That was flying a little close to us there. I think we'd be okay. We can handle 2 mobs. I'm just trying to avoid 2. Because you never know if you pull 3, and 3 would be kind of rough. Still, maybe we could handle 3 as well with a retail, probably. We'll keep making our way over to Tyrion's shack. I hope we get some meat off this one. Once we get this quest done, we never have to worry about maggot slime ever again. There we go. 1 more. We still have quite a few good buffs we can use. We still have roids and all these other scrolls. I wonder if I should save those for like 59. Maybe when we go down to Burning Steps, I'll use them. There we go. Quest done. We're almost done with what I want to do in EPL. There's obviously more quests to complete, but Defenders of Darrowshire, that's a little bit of a... I just don't like fighting the Darrowshire mobs. They're just a real pain. But that was one I would consider doing. Let's see how we do here. With XP, we'll probably be 20k into 58. We got some mithril over here. We need the levels. Pretty close to being able to mining thorium. I think we need 240. All right, here we go. We have one more quest to still finish, the Demon Dogs one.
Does
but
not dictate honor,
finish it.
person. While you remain on my farmstead,
There we go.
I ask that you remember and respect this credo. I have known orcs who have been as honorable as the most noble of knights and humans who have been as vile as the most ruthless of
It's the
scourge.
bats and the dogs
I shall
now.
not bore you with tales of my youth. There is much work to be done, if that is what you desire. May the light watch over you. Bless you, young one.
May the light watch over you. It's supposed to be like a light, an order of light or something like that. I wonder if I missed it in retail. All right, there we go.
Do not.
Not bad. Where's that mushroom guy? There we go. There's Tawny.
What do you
We got some
require?
more mushrooms. We're ready for next episode,
Embrace the shadow.
where we will be taking down just 15 mobs, guys. We're just going to take down the plague bats and the plague hounds. Maybe we'll do Defenders of Darrowshire and fight Darrowshire spirits. The thing is, if we get 2 Darrowshire spirits on top of us, we're probably dead. I think, maybe. They're pretty tough. We fought one at 57, and they took us down to like 10% health. I think we had to use the health pot, too. But yeah, guys, that is going to be the end of today's episode. As always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.